Headline consumer inflation increased to 3.5% in July from 3% in June. This is the highest rate since September 2024, when it was 3.8%. Prices increased on average by 0.9% between June and July. Let's take a dive into food prices. Annual inflation for food and non-alcoholic beverages continued to rise, accelerating to 5.7% in July from 5.1% in June. The uptick was fueled by meat and vegetables. Meat, specifically beef, continues to be the main driver. Annual price increases for meat accelerated to 10.5% in July, extending a strong upward trend that began in February. On average, beef prices increased by 28.8% over the past 12 months and by 7.6% between June and July. Vegetable inflation quickened to an annual 14.6% from 13.6% in June. Although high annual rates were recorded for carrots, up by 20.7%, lettuce with an increase of 17.5%, and tomatoes, higher by 13.7%, prices for these products declined between June and July, indicating that the seasonal increase might be ending. Most items in the other food products group were more expensive than a year ago. Those that recorded rates exceeding average food and non-alcoholic beverages inflation include salad dressing, up to 6.7%, and vinegar, higher by 6.6%. All the other food and non-alcoholic beverages categories recorded softer annual inflation rates. Inflation for hot beverages cooled for a third straight month to 8.9% in July. This is down from a peak of 17.5% recorded in August last year. Some good news on the coffee front. Instant coffee prices declined slightly between June and July, pulling the annual rate down to its lowest level since January 2024. Prices for cappuccino sachets decreased for a second consecutive month. The dairy and eggs category remained in deflationary territory. Several products are cheaper than a year ago, including maize-based food drinks, eggs, and certain milk varieties. Prices for cheese, however, continue to rise. Gouda is 7.2% and cheddar 5.5% more expensive than a year ago. Each July, the CPI casts its spotlight on municipal tariffs, which are adjusted annually when municipalities introduce their new budgets. Tariffs for water supply increased by 12.1% in 2025, significantly higher than 2024's rise of 7.5%. This marks the sharpest increase in water supply since 2018, when tariffs jumped by 12.9%. Electricity climbed by 10.6% in 2025, lower than the 11.5% rise recorded in 2024, and lower than the increase of 11.3% provided by NERSA for bulk sales from Eskom to municipalities. Refuse collection and sewage removal tariffs were added to the inflation basket this year. Refuse collection rose by 6.6% and sewage by 6.5%. Finally, fuel prices increased by 2.6% between June and July, following 4 months of declines. The monthly rise in July lifted the annual rate for fuel from a negative 11.2% in June to negative 5.5% in July. For more information on the Consumer Price Index, please visit our website at www.statsa.gov.za.